as a land manager, we're always looking for better ways to, save some money, obviously improve our land. And one thing that we can do both, improve the land and save some money, is this beautiful red, fiery little bush behind me that is known as a Red Osier Dogwood. Red Osier Dogwood, for you guys that aren't aware, is essentially pretty much like a deer candy. If you look here, we got some very good browse going on, and the deer have been feeding on this bush essentially all winter long on my property. Now, to really accentuate what this bush is doing, what the species is doing, I should say, on my land, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a nice cheap alternative option here. So we got some snow going on us right now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but frost is coming out of the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to take just a simple hand pruners with me. I just got my little tiny fiskers, and what we really want to do is we want to go out and we want to find nice new shoots essentially of the Red Osier Dogwood. Now there's a lot of browse pressure, as you'll see, on this shrub in particular. It's because we really don't have many of them on this property, just some very old shrubs. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go kind of in the mix. So as you can see, as we dive in here, we're getting some nicer shoots. So we're going to dive in, and now we are in here. We can see, all right, we don't have the browse pressure. Our buds look very good. So what we want to do now is I want to start taking some cuttings. So we're going to go to this guy right here. Nice tall guy. It's probably about roughly 2.5, 3 feet tall. And what I like to do is I like to do an angled cut. And so a lot of guys, when they come in here, they might come and do a perpendicular cut. However, what I like to do is I like to do essentially more of an angled cut. And the reason being why I do that is I like to make more surface area for new roots to actually come out, and we'll get to that a little bit here of how I help improve the actual root growth. So with that, we're gonna get a couple of these cutted, and we're gonna meet over in the spot we're looking to plant. So now we're over the area that we do want to plant. As you can see, we have a little food plot right across here, and we want to be able to screen that a little bit, make the deer that essentially are in this little apple orchard slash food plot. We want to make them feel safe in here. We already have some miscanthus growing that'll come up nicely this year, but I want to further the transition zone coming from this marsh into this food plot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of our little angled cuttings here, as you can see, and go on Amazon. That's essentially where I go. You can even go on Forestry Supply, and what we like to use is this take root. So it's from Garden Safe. It's a rooting hormone, and all we're going to do is essentially, I'll turn around here, is we're going to take essentially our cutting, and we're going to just dip this in here, get a little excess off. And you can see, so we coated it with the rooting hormone, and what this is going to do, it's going to start producing the enzymes, the hormones, everything to get roots established and starting. And really, that's the easiest part. So you can see I have an area that I already started planting. We probably have a good 75 in here already. And all it is now that the frost is coming out, we're going to go out to a spot. I try to keep away from some major deer traffic areas like this major trail, just because you're pretty much going, hey, here's some new food for you. And honestly, when it comes to it, and a lot of YouTube and online land management experts, as you'll say, they forget to tell you that either if you're buying them, you should be tubing them, or quantity is everything. So I'm gonna go in here, and you'll see we're pretty thick already with our shrubs, but all we're gonna do, get it around here, is find a spot, get in the weeds, and I'm just gonna push. And now, just like that, we got ourselves a beautiful little area of a bunch of Red Osier Dogwoods. And we're gonna let these grow throughout the spring. I'm gonna keep coming back here. We're gonna keep on doing some more rooting hormone, doing some more cuttings. Like I said, we have a couple big Red Osier Dogwood bushes on this property that we will use. And it's honestly, once again, it's just quantity is everything. Keep establishing them. You can do tag alder, you can do willows, you can do Red Osier Dogwood, silky dogwood, all the species that are really good for these actually really marginal wet areas to get some more side cover, we can get a little more food, and you know, whatever you name it. Now, I said food, and you'll know that obviously the deer were browsing as I showed earlier, but overall, the end goal, when we're all said and done, and we have all our beautiful Red Osier Dogwood saplings growing, we're gonna have a bush like this. Now that's our obviously our ultimate goal. So any questions, let us know where to get a rooting hormone. We'll have a link to the Amazon site here where we get our rooting hormone from. But other than that, any questions of strategies, where to place them, if the species is right for you, we can go from there. So thanks for watching, and get to planting.